Menteri Rangba kejela Konrad K. Sangma hakakat Praterik Rempang, Kular ban bishar bniah ya ke jingtyrwa ban pihak ya ke Shillong agglomerate na East Khasi Hills kum ke distrik Bapura da ke basyong bishar halor ki prateli ki nong rim trekam haka sensyar khadar kum ke jing persyang ban penbej renti ya ke rukom sensyar haki jakasor. Haba jubab ya kemat ya tai short duration motion balawan rak da WMLA ke UDP ubak Paul Lingdo. Konrad Ulaong ban penbena ya kathan kum ke district ne sub division kadon kam ban ya perkhat halor ki kato ke deki kendon kata ka jinghe ke jaka ka jingdon ki nong shongshnong ka jingjingai na ka headquarter baladan lupa ka jingduna ha ka pule puthi bat ka jing syakri ha ka koi ka khya ka jing sadien ka jing suk jong ki pajba kilat penyaso bat ka jingdon pisa. Ula benrap ba kino ki jingtyrwa ki hab ban lej shwa syaka komiti bala kli da chief secretary kabayadon lang ki dekon na kaktenat kampo ying planning finance community and rural development personal divisional commissioner bat ki wepat ki tenat. Kumta ha kabayadai bat ka jingtyrwa ban pihak ya ke Shillong agglomerate na East Khasi Hills district ban penlong ke district Bapura ka sorkar kan hab ban syong bishar bniah ya ke ni kakam kenang bakan la ban shim ya karai ka badai na kebenta ka sensyar khadar ka bakhambha bat ka jing sensyar ka bayajan bat upaj ba Kular Konrad. Menteri Rangba ula ai khublei ubak Paul halor ka jingwan ra ya ka nikan mat ya tai ka bakongsan bat ong ba ka master plan kala pen i ba ka jingroi ka sor Shillong kala ya palat ya uput jong ka municipal sya uput ki census town bat ki shnong. Ka jingkhen antat ya ka jingbun briu kan kiu na ka lailak san pusau hajar nyospa san pukhandai ha u ar hajar khatwe sya ka saulak saupunyo hajar arspa arpwe kat hadu u ar hajar saupwe ka papenpau ya ka jingdon kamban peniyari ki plan. Kumbalong ki wei pat ki sor ka Shillong ka don ya ki bor sensyar ki bakhamper Konrad haba kedo ya ka benta jong ka KHADC kisim dorbar shnong bat ki agensi ka sorkar. Kalong ka badon kam ban penyadai halor ki kam jong ki bor trekam baper kenang bakan don ka jing penroy ka bada penlet jingmut bat trekam ha ulaong.
The very outset, I would like to express my appreciation to Paul Lingdo, Honorable MLA of 18 West Shillong constituency, Honorable MLA from Nongtumai constituency, and Honorable MLA from Melim constituency, for bringing forward this matter of urgent public importance for discussion in this August House, which is the proposal to carve out the Shillong agglomerate from the East Khasi Hills district and constitute it into a full-fledged district, and which is a significant issue that warrants careful deliberations. So this matter touches upon the core principles of administrative convenience, efficient governance, and responsive public service delivery. As our state capital continues to expand in size, complexity, and population, it becomes increasingly important to examine whether our existing administrative structures are adequately aligned with present and future governance needs. It is therefore both timely and appropriate for this House to deliberate on the proposal in the larger interest of robust governance and effective administration. Sir, I would like to first of all highlight as to what an urban agglomeration is, as defined by Census of India 2011. An urban agglomeration is a continuous urban spread constituting a town and its adjoining outgrowths, or two or more physically contiguous towns together with or without outgrowths of such towns. The census further clarifies that an urban agglomeration must comprise at least one statutory town, and the total population of all the constituents should not be less than 20,000 as per the previous census. Thus, an urban agglomeration is essentially a cluster of urban settlements that are physically and functionally integrated. The components of an urban agglomeration constitutes core town, statutory town, which is a municipality, corporation, cantonment board or notified town area with its own urban governance structure. It serves as the nucleus around which urban expansion occurs. 2. Outgrowths, in which areas adjoining the main city or a town that exhibit urban characteristics such as developed residential colonies, industrial estates, railway colonies, education or institutional campuses. These are located outside the statutory limits but are contiguous and dependent on the core city. Contiguous towns, in which smaller towns that have grown physically close to the main city and emerged into a single urban spread due to expansion. So the expansion of the urban agglomerations are spatial continuity, consist of physically and connected urban areas without rural gaps, functional integration, population density, economic centrality, and infrastructural linkages. So in order to guide the planned development of Shillong as a state capital and regional center, the Shillong Master Plan was prepared for the years 71-91, 91-11, 211-41. The Shillong Master Plan for 2011-2041 was prepared under the GIS-based planning framework to guide the long-term and sustainable development of Shillong planning area. So the Shillong planning area covers an extent of approximately 290.51 square kilometers, encompassing the Shillong urban agglomeration and a substantial rural hinterland. The planning area spans parts of East Khasi Hills District and Riboy District, enabling integrated urban-rural planning and coordinated service delivery. The Shillong Master Plan area limits are namely North Shillong Eastern Bypass in the north and northeast, Umroi Mission and Umroi Cantonment in northwest. In the south, National Highway 40, Lightcore Peak Road. In the east, the Umken River. In the west, the Umyam River and the Umyam Lake. The Shillong planning areas consist of the following urban components, together forming the Shillong urban agglomeration, under which are Shillong Municipal Board, Shillong Cantonment Board, 10 census towns, namely Maulai, Pinthor Mukra, Nomunsong, Maupat, Umpling, Nongthamai, Madan Riting, Nongse, Umlinka, and Lausutun. These urban components represent the primary centers of population concentration and economic activity within the planning area. Village components, in addition to the urban areas, the planning areas include 54 villages, of which 42 villages fall within East Khasi Hills and 12 villages under Riboy. These villages are governed through traditional institutions and form the peri-urban and rural components of the master plan, playing a crucial and a critical role in accommodating future urban expansion and decentralization. As per Census 2011, the total population of Shillong planning area is 4,22,372, out of which 3,54,759 is the population of the Shillong urban agglomeration. The population is distributed across the urban and rural components, which is number 1, the Shillong Municipal Board, 1,43,229, Shillong Cantonment Board, 11,930, the census towns, 1,99,600, forming a significant share of the remaining urban population. The master plan notes that population growth has been progressively shifting from the Shillong municipal area to surrounding census towns and villages, underscoring the need for planned urban expansion up to the horizon near to 2041. According to projected data, the population is expected to grow steadily over 3 decades, starting from 3,54,759 in 2000 level. It was estimated to reach 3,83,233 in 2021, with further anticipated increase to reach 4,13,993 by 2031, and finally reach 4,47,221 by 2041. Sir, unlike other cities in the country, Shillong has a unique administrative structure, and the municipal board is only one of the units, the others being the KHADC, the CM-ship, and the Dorbarshnong. In addition, there are government departments and agencies like PWD, PHE, Urban, MUDA, Meghalaya Urban Development Agencies, which implement various schemes and programs at the state government. There is a need to coordinate the activities of various institutions and agencies so that there is a planned and effective development of all the areas and villages. Thus, sir, an urban agglomeration symbolizes the spatial and functional integration of urban areas where a core city merges with its adjoining settlements to form a continuous urban region. In India, such agglomerations are the driving force behind economic growth, innovation, and demographic change. Mr. Speaker, sir, in view of the unprecedented urban expansion, extraordinary pressure is placed on civic administration, law enforcement, infrastructure, and public services. I would like to inform that for declaring an area as a district or subdivision, the following criteria are taken into consideration. 1. Extent of area. 2. Population. 3. Distance from existing district subdivision headquarters. 4. Lack of education and healthcare services. 5. General economic backwardness. 6. Public convenience. 7. Communication. And 8. Availability of funds. Further, proposal for creation of new districts, subdivisions has to be placed before a committee headed by Chief Secretary and comprised of the following members: Additional Chief Secretary, Home, Police, the Principal Secretary, CNRD, Commissioner of Divisions of Khasi Hills, Jenti Hills and Reboy districts, Commissioner and Secretary of Personnel and AR, Commissioner of Divisions for Garo Hills, Commissioner and Secretary Planning, Commissioner Secretary Finance, and Secretary Home Police Department. Mr. Speaker, sir, therefore, regarding the proposal to carve out the Shillong agglomerate from the East Khasi Hills district and constitute it to a full-fledged district, the government will have to scrutinize and examine the matter in detail in order to arrive at an informed decision for better governance and citizen-centric administration. Sir, I also would like to reply specifically to the concerns that the honorable members have expressed and to the points that they have mentioned in their speech. And sir, overall, the reorganization of districts and the overall restructuring of administration has been a continuous exercise that we have followed. And I would put it on record in this House that the concept and the idea that has been floated through this short discussion, as correctly mentioned by our honorable member from Nong Thumai, has been discussed multiple times in this House as well as in the government also. We have discussed this and looking at how we could do it. And that's why in the police department, the police commissionerate proposal also was actively pursued, and Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Home, has been examining this aspect, and we are very actively pursuing it, is what I can say. It has got multiple impacts. It's not a simple decision for us. It has got decision because it affects the overall functioning of police as well as the overall functioning of the East Khasi Hills district as a whole. So there are multiple factors we have to look at, and we will definitely examine this aspect in a very, very positive way and see how we can move forward. East Khasi Hills is the largest district in the state, and West Garo Hills is the second largest in terms of geographical area and population. And hence, there are obviously needs sometimes to see on how we can improve the overall administration. And Shillong being the capital, it is an area which we have been actively discussing and engaging. But as I said, sir, at this point in time, it would require further scrutiny and further examination, and we are actively pursuing that. And let me assure the House and the members that we will definitely examine this matter in the most positive manner and see how we can ensure that keeping the financial impact Also keeping in mind the overall impact in terms of administration and service delivery to the people can be maximized. All of these points will be discussed. And sir, I must thank the honorable member who has moved, and he has presented facts and figures as mentioned. Of course, he mentioned that he doesn't believe in shouting out and the thing. But sir, he has his share of shouting before, so when he was in KSU. So I think that is the time when that thing was he had done that part, and in the NGO. So he has been through that. But I must appreciate, sir, the way he has presented the case today. It really has put the facts in front, as he correctly said. He has argued it very well, and I must also thank both the members who have done the same. It was something that put a real good perspective on why this particular step is required. And as mentioned, sir, we have been discussing this multiple times. But to conclude, sir, the decision is very, very complicated, and we have to take many factors into mind. But looking at the overall expansion of Shillong city, and especially keeping in mind the new knowledge city and the new administrative city coming up, all of these considerations need to be looked into, sir. So I will leave it with that, sir, because as I said, this decision is not very simple. But definitely I can assure the House and the members that we will actively examine this matter. We will discuss with the MLAs, we will call them for discussion and see how we could move this forward, sir. So with these explanations, and once again thanking the honorable members for their contribution and their suggestions, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Sir, sorry. Can I, in order to take the discussions forward, can we at least get the assurance from the leader of the House that steps will be taken in a time-bound manner to ensure that we arrive at a decision, because we are also inching towards the general elections very soon. So it has to be done in a phased and formal manner, so in a time-bound manner.